What's up, people? Greetings and salutations. I literally forgot that I had the stream. It's been a really, really, really busy morning, but I've accomplished a lot this morning. And I got a lot more that I need to do. That's already on my schedule. I also got to go out and get some cat litter. I was actually going to do that then. I looked at the time and it was like minutes after 11. I'm like, oh crap, I'm supposed to do the stream. I guess I can't get cat litter right now. Well, thanks, Fish, for hanging out and listening. Appreciate you. Empress Beaded, how you doing? Smash that like button, everybody. We're gonna get into what Yato, aka Succulent, has been saying about his former bestie Hussy. Seems a lot of people have been, I guess, upset with Hussy, aka Miss Glory Gloria. So we're gonna get into it and see if there's any rationality. Okay. You need to get wet wipes for the dog. Oh, you need to get wet wipes. Yeah, man. You gotta get your stuff. Like, there's so much shit I gotta do. I gotta like clean off one of my sofas because the cats are on there and Martha is shedding like a mofo. I brush her regularly, but still she will shed and it like shows up all over the place, right? Whenever you say succulent, lean in and really whisper to Yato, I will. All right, so we're gonna get into this. Very impromptu. I haven't seen this. I heard there were some pretty reasonable and rational explanations, I guess, with Vidal and Yato on the screen. So maybe I'll go over that and see what's up. Um, a lot is happening. I think in the next week. I'll be able to, do the whole copyright claims board thing. Like I said, life happens and family comes first. My aunt wasn't doing, still isn't doing so good, so I had to attend to her matters before any internet to BS that I gotta attend to. So there's that. All right, so let's see what he has to say. I guess I was looking at a few minutes of this. I guess he's using his phone rather than, the shitty camera that our laptops come with. Like, this is one of the things. You remember when our cell phones used to have super shitty cameras and then they fixed that? Like, I remember Nokia was like the first with the Carl Zeiss lenses, and like, your Nokia images was like maybe a notch or two or three better than everybody else's VGA bullshit. And then this camera just started getting better and better. BlackBerry started having like real good cameras. The iPhone 1, the very first iPhone, had like a really good camera. I was like, wow, I'm impressed. And like the whole candy bar type of phone rather than the keyboard. Like, iPhone totally changed that. So I guess his camera is pretty decent. Like any camera from any phone these days, even if you have like a TCL phone, the camera is gonna be pretty good, right? All right, so let's go.
Happening players. That was a little ditty that I like. It's called "Get Back" by Akeem Ali, Kimi Casanova. If you ain't know, so we're gonna start this off, of course, by me just giving. I'm just gonna give Hussy about like 5 minutes, and then after that, I'm about to sit here and get up into some prank calls or whatever. Um,
OMG. Prank call.
oh, it looks like this camera is better. This
Is this what a grown man does with his life? He comes online, he smokes his Newports, he drinks his beer, and he entertains with prank calls. So when he's prank calling, I'm trying to get more returns on my investments. Like, Jesus Christ, this little boy is what I would say if I was speaking Patois. A grown, I mean, I guess you could do prank calls as a grown man, but I mean, a lot of grown men wouldn't do prank calling shit because you're a grown man. But anyways, to each his own, man. I'm looking at my investments. He'd rather do prank calls. That's
is actually the camera from my phone. I didn't know it could connect like this,
Oh, he
and
didn't
it looks like
know.
it came out.
Yeah, you can connect like that. You can
Came out
use
cool. You
multiple.
can actually see that I didn't shave. Ain't that the bitch? What's going on, Tony Tone? That's my nigga right there. If you don't get no bigger, you've been gone for a little minute. All right, so we're gonna start this off, right? So first of all,
Why does it look like he needs sleep or he just woke up? Is it
Hussy,
sleep?
shut the fuck up, Sam. So first of all, Hussy, you don't have no room calling anybody immature when you can't have a proper discussion with anybody. You constantly just resort to childish name calling anytime that you get into it with anyone. Now, when I do it, it's because I don't take the person seriously.
Okay. Okay. When Hussey does the childish name calling, it's not okay. When Yada does it, it's because he doesn't take the person seriously. So why is it that Hussey isn't taking the person seriously? I just love the excuses, right? It's like, let me explain away myself the same shit that I'm complaining that Hussey does that I do, but I got a valid explanation on it.
When you do it, it's when something serious is actually going on. Instead of, actually responding to things that people say to you, you constantly just bring up other things that they've done or how they excuse something or some other little bullshit to try to point out hypocrisy, but you never actually address anything that anyone ever has to say about you, which is wild to me, right?
You know what's wild? Like Hussey streams can get up to like 200 plus people. I don't know what it is, but you know how my streams are. Even people that used to get that like 2 to 300 people aren't getting it anymore. But Hussey's like entertaining people. I guess people are like liking that. I guess.
I come on here to bullshit, and everybody knows I'm on here to bullshit. I don't lie about the reason why I'm on here, right? So on the second thing, I don't get a check every month from the government.
Ooh.
So
Is he sure about that? I'm kind of perplexed right now. I don't know. Okay. You know what really annoys me is when people's like the battery is low, and I put that in quotes. The battery is low in your smoke detector. The battery actually isn't low in your smoke detector. It's low for the threshold of the smoke detector. What's the threshold again? Was it like 90% or 99? I forgot. Let me look that up. Threshold in smoke alarm batteries. Like, what does it have to be? Uh, 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 uh. There is a certain amount where it if it drops below that, then you hear the beeping. Um, because even though you might think, hey, this battery is dead or dying, your battery and your smoke alarm actually is still pretty good. It has like a lot of life left. It's just that we have this thing where with those types of safety devices, it's actually best for the battery to practically be brand new. So there you go. You learn something new.
anytime that you see me with cigarettes, I don't know if you see this, but you can't get menthols in California. I pay a pretty penny to get those. If I always got cigarettes, if where's my tweeds at? If I always got tweeds, right? Oh, look like I'm getting low. If I always got weed, and if I always have alcohol, how am I broke? And if I don't stream that much,
Lots of people on the dole welfare have tons of fucking alcohol and weed. That's what they do. You missed the chance to save Foodie Beauty from going to Syria. How would I have saved her, Bay Korean? Would I have to profess my love? Isn't she a married woman? She's in love with Sela. Hey, I did see that people are saying that she might never come back. That is actually a very logical thing to say. How many people would think that if you go to Syria, especially when in Syria, the type of money she makes online is a shit ton of money. Like, why would you give that up? Like, seriously, why would you? Why? Like, if I'm looking at it from a logical perspective, I would say this. Yeah, I think one of the worst decisions is to go to some place like that, especially with all the talk about Syria and whatnot. I know she's allegedly supposedly there with her husband, but there's so many other factors. Like, there's certain countries you just don't go to, especially if they know you're from a first world country, and they know that you can make a lot of money from what you're doing. Like, there is incentive for people to keep you where you're at because you're literally like their money pig. Is all I'm gonna say.
It's not like anybody around here is giving me any money, right? Because
You could have met her at Orange Julep and begged her to stay. I could have.
I'm not streaming. Fuck you, Sam. Of course, you smoke Newports. So another thing, I don't want to hear shit about the racism thing when you're resorting to calling me a day laborer. Hussy, do you know that I'm Latino?
So what's wrong?
Do you know that it's disrespectful and racist for you to call me a day laborer? Somebody.
Wait, how is it? How is it disrespectful to say somebody is a day laborer? Literally, there's a ton of people who are day laborers. It isn't like a race thing. I had no idea Yato was hiding under Succulent. I have seen that channel name a lot.
Who's Latino? Did you know that? This isn't like the calling somebody Harry and calling her a camel and all that. You understand that it's not okay to call somebody who's Latino a day worker.
What did he say? So it's not racist to call somebody hairy and a camel. That is literally racist. Calling somebody a day laborer. Anybody could be a day laborer. What is this man's thinking?
And a laborer and all that other shit, right? I'm not Mexican. I don't know.
Fish says, "Oh, you're talking about kidnappings. My mom wouldn't let me go to the Philippines when I was a kid because everyone thought everyone from the U.S. was." Well, it depends on the area in the Philippines. You go to the countryside in the Philippines, no order for life, fish, you probably will get kidnapped. I mean, I got to be careful even going to Jamaica. Like the bigger city areas, they see a lot of foreigners, a lot of tourists there. But if you live in some village off like the beaten route where it's like a bush path and then they know you're from like the States, what do you think people are going to think when they practically have nothing and they know you're coming from a country where they believe that the streets are paved in gold? Of course they're gonna, I shouldn't say of course, but there's a high chance that you could get kidnapped, held for ransom, all types of stuff like that. And in certain countries you get kidnapped, held for ransom, and they actually let you go. In other types of countries, you get kidnapped, held for ransom, you're always likely that they will unalive you. Because there's also that aspect. Depending on which country you're in, you either will always likely be let go once the ransom is paid, or you will always likely be unalived once the ransom is paid. It's really eerie that happens in the world.
I don't know if you knew this, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, I also get that fish that he's probably saying that because he's talking about racialized labor, because we really don't have this thing where you see certain types of people at Home Depot. That is not a thing. I have not seen that anywhere in Canada, but that is a really huge thing in the States. When I used to live more so in Florida, you would see that a lot. New York, I would see that. Not necessarily that much in Connecticut, unless I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't been much places in Connecticut, but that is a thing, isn't it?
So what's another thing? What's another thing that we could address? You are absolutely fucking stupid. Don't ever in your life try to act like, oh, I'm more educated than you. Hussy, nobody goes to you and ever comes from a stream of yours and says, wow, I really learned something from Hussy. You're not insightful. You've never been educated. You've never talked about anything important. All you ever do is just go over genre. You don't know how to tackle anything important. You also don't know how to stay away from things that you aren't very knowledgeable on. It's exactly.
You know who does that? Like No Madness Life. The types of shit like I see people clipping. I'm like, why would you say that when it's obviously wrong?
It's exactly like how I showed how stupid you were yesterday when you're like, ah, Yato doesn't read, and I have books like sitting right here, just sitting here.
Hey! I got books sitting here too, but fuck that. I'm not gonna read them. I'm sick of reading. Haven't I said this before? I am so sick of goddamn reading. I spent many years in university having to read books that are like 600 fucking pages and memorizing that shit that I am fucking traumatized that I still got to do that shit. I can't stand it so much. It's like semester after semester doing, 5 courses each semester. And I have one book that's like 300 to 400 page, another that's 600, another that's 500, and the expectation is for me to memorize that shit. I am freaking traumatized. I cannot stand it. I do have books though. I'm actually going to be reading certain types of books that were recommended because it gives me a very strong knowledge base. I kind of bought some on Amazon a couple weeks ago, but I haven't gotten into them because once again I'm reading books hundreds of pages because I got to get through a few courses that I need to get through, and I'm still traumatized and having the need to memorize these books. Yeah, like the 48 Laws of Power book. I have Day Trading Kills, Best Loser Wins, 0 to 1 Notes on Startups. I want to read that stuff, but right now my priority is, being very optimal in my courses, work, home life and whatnot. Sup, AK? How you doing?
Because I read. I don't know if y'all knew this, but I actually read. I'm not one of them black folks who don't. I actually read. I kind of feel sorry for you, Hussy. Like, it must suck being an only child and not having that much family, because I think that like people like that don't really learn their order in life. Like, you don't know what a pecking order is, right? So in my family, I'm a middle child. I'm not the oldest, right? And I'm not the youngest. So I'm the youngest from my mom, but I am the middle child for my dad. And I had to take care of my little brother. I had 2 older sisters, and I also have a baby sister. You learn exactly where the fuck you're supposed to be at. It doesn't matter if I'm 33 years old. If I tell my brother something, he's going to respect me enough to listen to what I got to say and go about his business the way that I told him. Not because I'm scary or some other shit, but because he understands that I know more than him and I'm always looking out for his best interests, right?
I guess some family dynamics are like that. Not everyone's. So AK says, "How to Win Friends and Influence People" is probably the most helpful book I've ever read. I actually have heard really good things about that book. I'll probably put it on my list after I read my other books that I've bought and try and figure in things out because I think there's still a lot of knowledge, and I've literally seen people turn their lives around like incredibly by hunkering down reading books on like how to invest. Because if you have a sustainable edge in, like, let's say investing or day trading, it doesn't matter if it's 0.5% edge. That is still 0.5% in consistency that you can turn into wealth. So I've seen stuff like that, like 1%, 2% a day. Sometimes you might lose that, 0.5% or that 1%, maybe the next day or two. As long as you're consistently kind of moving forward, I think it's the best thing.
There would never be a reason for my brother to ever flip on me. If I could sit there and put a quete in my brother's face, and if the police come, he's not going to tell on me. When somebody sits there and flips on you just because they're mad at you, they never really fuck with you in the first place. The fact that you sit here and you start immediately saying things that Tragic says, and immediately start saying things that Monty says, lets me know that you're full of shit and that you're a fake ass person, right? because
he ain't your family member. He ain't your blood, and this is the internet. People do that. You just gotta have the realization that people can and will flip on you.
if we look at you going over the stream that me and Monty did, right? You're going to be saying the exact opposite of the things that you're saying now. But now look at you. Well, Yato's wearing a fucking flannel in the summer. I'm in fucking California, you dumbass bitch. I said that a bunch of times. What do you mean? Oh, you're wearing a flannel in Vegas? I'm in California. There's a beach over here. If you look behind me, you will see that my blinds were blowing open because the wind was so strong. Stop making up shit, hussy. You always make up shit and say a whole bunch of dumb shit. And guess what? We're fucking tired of it. We are tired of it. I could really sit here and drag you, but I'm gonna let you sit there and continue to rage because you actually don't know how to make any good points. All you're gonna sit there and do is try to make fun of me with baseless accusations about things that you don't know about because you don't know if I work. You don't
know what he kind of looks like. He reminds me of like, you know, when somebody's like overweight and they lose weight. He has like that kind of like face that, you know, I lost weight face.
Know where I live at. You don't know shit about shit, and because you don't, you're gonna sit there and talk shit about Nova and then make up things about me and use stuff that the bodega says, and you look fucking stupid because why would you sit there and use bodega talking points all of a sudden?
You know what? I need to put that out. The bodega talking points, BTP, bodega talking points.
Bodega is right. So now what they say is true.
You know what? I should like IRL just accuse anybody that I don't like of being in the bodega. It's like a thing now. But like, oh my god, that guy is in the bodega.
Is that what it is? Okay.
It's what we do on the internet. Just accuse anybody that you don't like what they say. Oh, they're a bodega.
You're fucking stupid. You're a fucking idiot. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And it's you can go back to like smoke arenas or whatever. Like, I've been saying the same thing over and over again. You're also racist. I told you this when we went over it on the smoke arena. You're also racist for constantly telling Vidal that she's not black. And then
okay, so Hussey's racist for constantly telling Vidal that she's not black. Yet you are constantly being homophobic by making the jokes about, you know, paint on my nails, my sexual orientation. Like, we can all go there. I mean, why is it cool that one person can, you know, make these obviously homophobic jokes and slurs that we see, but oh my god, let's just call out what Hussey's doing. Okay, sure.
As soon as you fell out with her, you also started saying that she was Indian, which is also a bodega talking point. So this ain't even the first time that
I don't even know if she is, and does it even matter if she's black or Indian or black and Indian, which is Dougla? But I've been told that saying Dougla is now considered like not a good thing to say. I'm like, this is news to me because I'm from a melting pot country where lots of cultures are, you know, melting together. Remember when I said that there was this Jamaican guy speaking to me when I used to work at a hospital in Toronto, and when I turned around, it was this Chinese guy, but he looked at me and he started still speaking Patois, and I'm like, oh shit, he's from Jamaica. So, you know, I started speaking Patois and was like, that's the thing, like this, like full Chinese guy, but he's Chinese Jamaican. He's a doctor, and he's busting out the patois. That's how it is. You don't necessarily know who's Jamaican or not. Like, you would never tell just looking at this guy that he's Jamaican, but he is.
You did this, so whatever. Anyway, back to our regular schedule program because nobody cares about.
You don't even know that word that you use. It's Dougla, but somebody told me who. That people who are like black and Indian may not like the word Dougla, but I think is very contextual because the term actually originates from Hindustani word as in Dogala. If you don't know, I'll put it in the chat. So there's lots of like words for people with certain mixes. I mean, there's Métis people who are like Native Canadian in French. you would be called a métis. There's other words as well. There's was his patois better than mine? His patois was I wouldn't say better, but stronger in the sense that he really sounded like a straight from Jamaica guy.
Husky that much. We all know that he's just going to sit there and point fingers and make a bunch of baseless ass accusations sounding fucking stupid. So we're going to get back to the funny, because I actually try to sit here and make people laugh, whether it's laughing at me or laughing at what we're going on, right? Instead of sitting here constantly whining and bitching and crying on stream. So, anyways, here's a couple little prank calls that we're.
All right, we're not gonna go over this. We're gonna go into something else. I guess he didn't really speak because if you didn't know, Hussey was in his chat when he was talking about this. So, and I heard like the Vidal versus Hussey and Azri thing. They like went over that, but I think a lot of people kind of looked at that ad nauseum.
When
So maybe I won't go over that. We're just gonna go, I guess, when Vidal comes on, if there's any interesting talking points about this. I mean, it's the same thing over. It's like people reviewing other people's stream, just like I'm doing now, and talking stuff. I mean, when can we just agree to disagree, right? He's been trying to make us laugh this whole time. He has been. I guess that his priority in like Newports, alcohol, and coming online listening to prank calls. What a life, man. Isn't that the type of guy you would just fall in love with? He'd totally carry your family, right? Especially in these big, beautiful bill economic times. Just the man you want to, lay down in his brother's home, or should I say his brother's apartment, and cuddle with while he spends his few dollars he makes here and there on his Newports and his alcohol, while he takes little, or I was going to say short, but it seems like it's rather a long trip to his family member's home in California. Just the type of guy to weather the economic storm of the big, beautiful bill of America. Speaking of which, I heard that's trying to get passed before, tomorrow. Cuddle and sit beer. Yeah, you can cuddle and sit beer, maybe get a bunk bed. Maybe that extra room in his brother's house is vacant. You guys can all live there and just, hunker down.
You are so fucking thirsty to get up on people's panels. Why are you so thirsty?
Oh, because it gives me life, Otto. How you doing?
Say something. Ah, shit. No, I can't hear
What? You can't hear me at all?
It's
Can
not.
you hear me?
It's not you. It's on me.
You can't hear me?
God damn it!
Oh boy.
Everybody is always breaking my stuff, which is the reason why I don't have my microphone and my headphones fuck up sometimes. That's why when I was talking to Monty, I was like, oh, because I'm from California. I didn't hear what he said properly. I thought he said something different.
Can the chat hear me? Or is it just you that can't hear me?
It was just me. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it was
Misunderstood.
just, I had to fuck with my cord. Back in the day type stuff.
Yeah, what's this?
Tasha asked, how do you know the plate gang, Yato? Well, funny enough, Roxo, or Dr. Roxo, as he's known, of the plate gang, used to be around the geek room a whole lot. And sometimes,
honestly, I still, AK came and explained this. I still don't know who Plate Gang is. I literally have no idea. This is way before my time. There's certain people that persist, I guess, in the sphere that I don't even know about. Like, what's that guy like Von Helton or whatever? He does like the Rev and Shiny streams. Is this like white guy with like, is it like silver, white hair. Then there's like all types of other people. Hatman. I don't even know who. I mean, all I know about Hatman is the Hatman had something to do with that CP folder thing. Like, if I have no idea who these people are, to be honest with you.
You pop in there and say some weird shit, and people will argue with him. But he was just being there because nobody would block him if he said some weird shit. Then later on, there's XX, who is also known as Rocket. XX started archiving Shani, and people were using her videos. She would also pop up in the Petty Fam Discord, and I would talk to her like all the time. She was cool as shit. And then, like, out of nowhere, like, I don't know, she kind of flipped. That shit was weird. Like, I would never expect that to come from XX, but yeah, then she flipped the whole script, and they started doing some other shit. Dr. Roxo had reported the THN Discord, and that got taken down. And there's a couple other things that happened. Like, they started fucking with people out of nowhere. So it was weird.
So,
And also, Miss Parker was somewhat interviewing them, some of the people in Plate Gang, because there was another controversy that was happening behind the closed doors, and Miss Parker would always talk to everybody involved anytime that she was getting involved with anything. So she had talked to a couple of them. Basically. Vidal, what do you want?
I wanted to talk to you.
About what? About our fire alarms? Look.
Jesus Christ. Like, it literally takes no time, maybe a minute, to change the battery in that fire alarm. Don't throw the battery away, though. Actually, you're not really supposed to throw it in the garbage. You're supposed to recycle it properly. It is a voltaic cell after all, and it can cause harm to the environment. So you're supposed to optimally dispose of your batteries. There is a very aggressive recycling program here in my area, Canada, in Ontario, and all over. I mean, compared to the States, like, I've lived in the States in several places. Like, the shit that people throw in the garbage over there, I am appalled. Like, there is no way. Like, even here, we separate our batteries out. We will even separate the plastics from, like, the aluminum from, like, the cardboard. Like, this is how we have this expectation. Like, you have your compost bin. Like, you have your green bin, and then I have like two blue bins, where one will be like just my plastics, my other blue bin will like be my paper, and then I got my regular garbage. And many times my regular garbage, either nothing's in there, or maybe like a super 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 small bag. But my recycling will be packed though.
Oh my goodness.
I told you I'd buy a ladder today. But we already got found out, okay? They already know we live together.
Oh my goodness. Who is in Plate Gang? Names of people probably you don't know if you don't follow that weird part of the internet.
Yeah, if you don't even know the two names that I just said, then you're probably not gonna know anybody.
Wait, is this like part of the Boit? Like, the bottom of YouTube? Like, am I correct in saying that, or is that like just different?
Body that's in Plate Gang.
It is a very I'll give you an idea. If you know anything about Mr. Medica or Ethan Ralph, or that part of the internet, you might have heard about them.
All right, so she brings up Mr. Medica. I know about Mr. Medica because it seems Mr. Medica was mentioned a few times. Like, even Arid Alex was mentioning something that somebody did.
Maybe. Possibly.
Oh, so is this more like internet blood sports, like IBS? Not irritable bowel syndrome, people. That's something entirely. If you ever said IBS to me, I would just think irritable bowel syndrome. But I guess in this area, YouTube, it's internet blood sports.
Well, because I mean, that's how I know about them. And like my first experience was through like Keemstar and them.
Tasha, if you want to come up and talk, you can. Like, we're not gonna sit here and yell at you.
No, Kiwi Farms is not the dark web. It's regular internet.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know this, but in order for you to even access the dark web, you have to do some things to your computer. Like, you have to have PC, and you have
Tor.
to do some things. Yeah, you have to use Tor, and you got to do some shit to your computer.
Okay, if you don't know how to access the web, don't talk about it, okay? Because the way how he's describing it just tells me you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Because most of the I would say let's just say all of the typical web search engines and how do you say navigators, Internet Explorer, like Internet Explorer, Chrome, Netscape Navigator block a majority of what is the actual internet, because there's certain things you don't want to explore. So pretty much what you see of the internet typically is like surface level, right? Like the way how he explains it is just like super weird. He just tells me he has no idea what it. But yes, you would use like Onion browser, Tor browser. But I implore you people, if you're gonna explore the internet, I would say typically if I'm doing it, I'd not use my laptop that I'm on right now. I'd use a completely different one and clear that shit, like erase everything. I would even do like a virtual computer on that shit, because you could be tracked a multitude of ways, and you don't want that shit to happen to you. Like, we can talk about it more, but there's nothing on the dark web anyone wants. How am I supposed to get that new kidney, AK?
In order for you to even access it.
Well, back in the day, like
I would suggest like even getting like a virtual, like have an operating system, and then get a virtual operating system inside of that, on VPN, that just to be safe. But I mean, there's a lot to it. Like, you don't want to be dumb.
I don't like what do they have? They have like I guess the best way to explain it is they all really have their own like Kiwi Farms thread. So I didn't keep up that much. Like, I kind of watched passively back in the day when I was watching Medicare and Ralph and them. But like I said, my first kind of like recognition was like through Keemstar, when the whole Just Destiny situation was going on.
But you didn't keep up on Onion Farms?
Onion Farms is so new. They made that shit within the last couple years.
Did you hear old girls talk about how everybody's afraid of Onion Farms?
Everybody's a what?
She said everybody was afraid of Onion Farms. She said that's where all the truth is.
Why is he laughing about it? Like, Onion Farms is getting out there.
Oh my god!
Kiwi Farms, just one change of the law, and then Kiwi Farms can be gone.
Oh my god!
Onion Farms.
Sup, Carol?
No, yeah, don't worry. Kiwi Farms is not the dark web. That's like, it's regular clear internet, so you don't have to worry about using like a Tor.
Well, it's funny because Kiwi Farms is just like it's not too far from do I have headphones in? Oh shit, I do. Oh my god. Oh my, I have my
So what's on Onion Farms? Basically, Onion Farms was basically made to be kind of like so when Keffels had that whole thing with Kiwi Farms, where she was basically encouraging people to take down that site. She didn't do it, but they had a number of like DDoS events where the site was taken down. And so Josh Moon was basically trying to keep the site up. And he was experiencing a lot of problems with various vendors not wanting to take his business because of his, reputation, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to hop around trying to keep the site up, and it was
Yeah, and he lost all the data until they tunneled. They tunneled back to all the information on the site. I remember when this was happening because this was like a huge story. So yeah, so pretty much host after host would deny him uh, to be the host for his, of course, site. Effectively his domain. But he found people. He found people in different areas of the world. So pretty much Josh Moon. That's why the website was so easy to shut down. Yeah, but then he had people that would help him. Like the types of shit I was seeing, how people were trouble. Like, oh yeah, you need to tunnel back into the site. You can't do it that way to get all your information, so you can like post it on this other website. I'm like, damn man, really? Because right then and there it should have been over, but it wasn't. And if you don't know who Keffels is, I don't know what to tell you. But Keffels actually does well used to not live that far away from me because I remember the whole incident was Keffels was living in London, Ontario, not too far, maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on traffic and road conditions. And then she had to leave to Europe or something because they were doing something to her and whatnot. Like, there's a whole huge story on that. You 100% needed a tour for KF for a while. You did. You did need tour for a while because when it was delisted from a lot of internet explorers, you did need the Tor browser. I remember that time. That was, how long ago was that? Like 2 years or so, when you needed like Tor Onion to even go on it.
very difficult because the site just kept going down for like, I don't know, it was good, like a good few months there where he had a lot of difficulty keeping the site up. So they basically created Onion Farms as kind of like a backup. They wanted to, like, they thought Kiwi Farms was going to go away for good. That's what happened. And so they created Onion Farms, and it was an opportunity for people who didn't like the threads on Kiwi Farms. They could basically create their own threads on Onion Farms.
Is that actually even true? I don't even know if that's true. Like, for me, I'm not going to say something's not true if I don't know it's true, or if it's true if is that actually true? No, it's not, because I was hearing different. Like, Onion Farms was made for something else, not as a Kiwi Farms backup. But yeah, okay.
So a lot of the threads that wouldn't come out of like Proving Grounds so Proving Grounds is kind of like the back of Kiwi Farms. Like, if you don't have an account, you don't see that. And it's a lot of like,
didn't know that. I didn't know that that's how Onion Farms came to be. I knew the other, like the second half of what you're saying, but I didn't know that that's how it started.
Yeah, that's where it initially began. And so like there were a lot of people who kind of flocked to Onion Farms to try to be like the first one to create a thread. So you'll have a lot of like bad threads on there. So unfortunately, people, like the bodega, they ran over there to kind of create their own threads for the people that they hate, because there was stuff.
Who has dominated the farms? Sniffy Cliffy. Gaining Ground has dominated the farms and getting himself, not only himself, but his friends to make like threads and also create the threads on people he doesn't like or he wants to go after because he's just jealous, right? And then for a while, Jessica Mystico, maybe she still is, was on the farms with her bunch of cronies. Speaking of which, I really need to make a video of how infiltrative Jessica Mystico has been off King Cobra, because if you didn't know, she started posting like 3 days ago. Clips of Kevin Wong, and I'm like, oh, so okay, so I'm like, that's Kevin Wong. So all this time that there was this fight from how long ago that Queen Cobra went to Casper, whether first or second time. Remember that fight where King Cobra was, on the internet with some blonde and whatnot? That blonde is and was and is Kevin Wong, because Kevin Wong is an internet model, aka a hoe on the internet that gets paid for flaunting her goodies. Okay, internet hoe. I'm not gonna sugarcoat here. And for the longest time, I didn't make that connection. But all this time, Jessica Messica had herself and her cronies, such as what's the other one that likes to sleep with, fresh out of jail prisoners? What's her name again? For some reason, it's not coming to me. And then she had, of course, her other crony, Kevin Wong, infiltrating the Cobra verse and trying to be the blonde internet model that he was spanking his Me Too, and producing clips where literally they have videos of King Cobra beating off to Kevin Wong. How insidious. No. Well, in a sense, yes, as in, okay, let me explain it this way. Kevin Wong is not a dude. Kevin Wong is a woman that is alleged supposedly somewhere around in the Middle East that does cam shows, like a cam girl, cam model, whatever you want to call it, internet hoe. And Kevin Wong infiltrated the Cobraverse by being the blonde that people were talking about. People are like, who's this blonde that allegedly, supposedly King Cobra was cheating on Queen Cobra with by beating off and gets paying for shit? And I guess they got a video of him spanking his wank, man, because Jessica Messick has a clip of it. I didn't connect the dots until recently that is Kevin Wong. So in a sense, Jessica Messica has been orchestrating this whole thing and has been balls deep, excuse me for that, in this whole King Cobra verse shit. This is what I'm talking about. Like, people want the story to progress where people are not interfering, but Jessica Messica will always interfere to her maximum in any story she's involved with. So who's worse, Queen Cobra or Jessica Messica? At least Queen Cobra isn't fucking her family members. There was a blonde that was fundraising a ticket to Casper 2. Wasn't there? That wasn't Kevin Wong, was it? Or a different blonde? I'm not really sure who you're speaking of. If I have a picture, then maybe. But pretty much, like, Jessica Messica has been super infiltrating a lot of shit, is all I'm going to say about this whole Cobraverse and King Cobra situation.
That they couldn't get off the proving grounds.
Oh, video unavailable, video unavailable, video unavailable. What a podcast, bitch. Succulent. Use a punk ass bitch, Succulent. That's why I know you's a bitch. Get a job, Succulent, you bitch. Go to the unemployment office, you bitch. Why you doing me like this, Succulent? I thought we're cool. I know you pull in videos. You know that's a bitch main move, right, Succulent?
10 minutes?
All right, we're going to go over into this one, and we'll see if Succulent pulls this, okay? I'm going to be on your ass now, Succulent, for doing this shit. Like, this is some whole ass, bitch ass, you ain't shit ass type of shit, Succulent. You don't do that shit. I thought you was a grown-ass man. Listen, okay, we're going to go with this, Succulent.
Video edited.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I don't care, Hussy. You
Those
can
ones
you can make up
that
an answer and you can
I
go ahead and
was
do a live
surprised, but
stream.
anyways, you guys, this is what happened.
Let me find it. Okay, say
Don't care.
something. Alert.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
My other earbuds didn't work, so I had to give Jeff a check.
Don't care.
Oh, okay, I trust you now that I heard your voice. Hold on a second. I'll put you
Oh
on speaker.
shit, there's a whole slew of people
Please,
up
okay.
here.
So, what would you like to ask me?
I'm just not understanding.
All right,
You
so
Howard,
first-
no, I'm kidding. I don't even. So what's the lawsuit about? I don't know anything about Hussy other than he's fat and he's got fucked up teeth.
You mean the lawsuit that he has for defamation and slander?
Wait, why is he? Yeah, I guess I'm. That's interesting. So, like, why is he suing someone for defamation and slander?
Because
What happened?
they called him a predator.
But like, how much money is the lawsuit?
Okay, wait a second. So somebody isn't Potato Luxican that fell out? I have literally no idea. I do know that Luxy fell out with Jessica Messica for like obvious reasons. I mean, we can get into that, but I won't. Luxy tried to get her a dude, but that dude turned out to be a pest. How do I put it? A complete pest. And that unfortunately pushed her into the limelight with Jessica Messica is the nicest way of me saying it. And that whole situation, she outed herself on Twitter with K Petty. So what are you saying? So are you saying that Potato is Luxy? Is that what you're saying? I'm kind of confused here. Please clarify.
Meant to like see.
Oh, he did it again. He did it again. What is this? Listen, Succulent. I thought you was a man, but you's not a man. You's more like a bitch. Succulent. You's more like a bitch, Succulent. That's all you are. Sup, Blue Eyes? How's it going? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, we've heard Potato speak and Luxy. I kind of would have caught that, wouldn't I? I mean, that's what I was literally about to say. But Succulent decided to to take the video off. Listen, Succulent, what you being a little bitch for? Now I gotta go to Loudmouth Hussy. When we were having a very good conversation about the shit. Like, I wasn't even gonna be mean about it. I was just gonna be logical. Like, yo, that don't make no sense. Like, if you look at that from a perspective coming from logic, then that's some bitch ass shit. But sure, if you wanna do that, Succulent, do like little bitch moves like Hillbilly Belinda. What do you think Belinda is gonna do for what do you think Belinda is gonna do for the 4th of July? Maybe some cousin loving. Yeah. Right on that tractor, baby. Or should I say, right on that tractor, baby. Ain't no cousin loving, nobody running. It's that cousin loving. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to loud mouth.
So I will never hear you.
I see. Yato is edging you. Probably is trying to edge me. What he's trying to do? Doesn't he know that I need that life energy from my mentals?
Mention me and done. Watch. Okay, you know what? I ain't gonna say a fucking thing. I'm not even gonna say zoom around here and watch how many people keep talking about it. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna send it to you. It's not me. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I hope no one fucking does.
Thing.
Because it's gore world.
Just say girl.
It's
I
listen.
hate girl shit.
Please stop saying girl world. This is the shithole of the internet.
And you in it too.
Obviously. It's not great. But like,
Everything when I'm even talking about what yesterday with GP, I was watching Death in Boots do a stream on how he was trying to talk to them, and Sarah's like he was trying to
really
fuck me.
okay. Monty, quick FI, Carol Feldman's FF Jesus. Oh, come on, people, why you guys doing this? Like, I think there's certain lines shouldn't be crossed here, and I'm just being real. Yeah. Can we not do that? I mean, I know there's a fight going on. Shit, there's fights all the time. But I think we can fight, we can be real mean and nasty. We gotta put, like, I'm sure as a person you wouldn't want someone to do that to your family members, right? So we gotta remove this. We're not doing this. All right. There you go. Gone. Thank you for telling me that, Built to Spill. Really appreciate it.
And then that's stuff in girl world. So if this shit is happening here, don't get mad at me because I talked about it.
How many years ago?
Who cares?
sometimes people
Why do
change.
you guys think years GP has not
People
changed?
change.
He was lying today, girl.
People fucking change.
GP didn't change. He was lying today.
People
And
change.
he's over there. And he's over there caping for Hannibal, lying for Hannibal. That's why he ran away and came
He
back.
was.
He's an asshole.
He was doing all that shit.
People change.
Nasty.
Sorry.
Nasty business.
Sorry to tell you, but
Nasty
people
work.
change.
I love when you get drunk and just make these statements that are supposed to mean something.
I mean,
People change. People change. Okay, and
but they do.
or people just hide better who they are, and showing their past behavior shows that they didn't change. You never know which one is it. I don't know.
No.
But they
Maybe
put this
I'm
shit on
like
the
more
internet.
optimistic, and you're just being like
They-
a fucking
There you go.
weird little weasel trying to.
Yato loves me. He wants you to buy him pretty things. I will. I told him I'm gonna take care of him. Or should I say, I'm gonna take care of you, baby. Me and you in that California jail. Was it like Kings County over there? King County jail in Cali. What's that jail? What's that big one in Las Vegas? Like, which jail would we want to be in? I kind of like California jail. I'm just saying. I mean, we could be living that California life. Right? Is it King County over there? Yeah, Kings County Jail, prison in Hanford, California. Don't ask me how I know that. No questions. Would you pay his rent? Maybe. We'll see.
Weird weasel.
Shit, I guess I'm already used to paying motherfuckers rent around here. Be paying that lying ass Timberlake. Happy birthday, Timberlake's rent. Happy birthday, Timberlake.
Oh, I like
That
it.
is super nice.
Find ways to make more content.
Mine-
to
Yeah, I bring up all the
repel
old shit.
people.
I bring up all the old shit. Yep, that's my niche.
Yeah,
Oh well,
I would, okay.
you're
People
being
do
a
Disney
shit.
World
being
and
dick.
Disneyland.
y'all just want to be like,
Shit, we can even go to France. We can go to that Disney in France. Where's the other Disney? There's a few of them. Isn't there one in China? Is there one in Thailand? I know there's one in France. But yeah, Disneyland France. Is there one in isn't there one in China? I'm pretty sure there is, right? Or is it Thailand? I keep forgetting. Would you cuddle him? And of course, how the hell we're not gonna be losing body heat in this cold. There is one in Shanghai, China. That's what I thought. And there should be one in Hong Kong, isn't there? I'm pretty sure HK has its own Disneyland, unless I'm mistaken. Let me look that up, because I haven't looked at this in years and my memory's there is one in Hong Kong. That's what I thought. I'm like, there has to be. I remember that from 5, 6, 7 years ago.
this happened 5 years ago. We're all
Yeah,
adults
that's
here.
exactly what
No,
you're
we're all
doing.
adults here. We're all adults here. Okay, you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s here. You do shit 2 years ago. You didn't fucking change. You're just hiding it. Give me a break. You are who you are at that age.
Oh my God.
Please.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I could say, why are you the only one mad at Belinda? Are you the only one that cares about this topic? There are thousands and thousands of people in this community that watch Belinda and watch the rest of us. None of them are fucking hating on Belinda because of this. Only you.
Okay, we're talking about both built to spill. You'd be scared of prisons in Shanghai and Hong Kong. Shit, I think anybody should. Those are not nice places to be in prison. I'm telling you, there is a lot of shit going on.
You have an ulterior motive. You have a hidden agenda. Okay? Nobody came to Belinda and saying, how fucking dare you only do a few videos on this? Just you. And you ain't talking about Zoom for the past fucking 2 weeks. So you know what? If you want to catch this person as fast as you can and get him off the streets, you're doing a hell of a fucked up job at it. Maybe you should go walk the streets. You make more money. Trust me.
Yato want you to buy him expensive liquor like a good hoe. What kind of liquor do you think? Is he like a vodka drinker or is he straight beer? Like I don't really watch him that hard, but maybe I should start to.
Whole thing to say.
That's something
Okay,
that's
so,
maybe a teenager
sorry.
might grow up
I'm
and
sorry.
change, but
I pre-
all these old ass bitches around here,
Everyone-
nobody's changing.
everyone
I'm gonna
is,
try it today. We're
in
gonna
the
go
chat
out.
right now.
I'm gonna vlog.
If
We'll
you've
go
done
out,
something
Todd.
terrible
I'm gonna buy
or
this
just
thing.
not great
Thai tea.
the last 2 years, you are not capable of change. You're the same asshole that you were back then. That's what
Samara,
Azure is
shut
telling you right
up.
now.
You're agreeing.
You
What?
cannot change from then.
I think no. Listen,
No, if
I
you're
think
in your
it depends on what it is.
late
You're
30s,
changing a predator.
Man,
not
Yeah.
change, you are stuck there. You cannot do any better. That's what
Fresh
Azure
garbage. We were
is
talking
right now.
about predatory behavior,
Fuck off.
and I don't think
is it
anyone.
really a St. Ides man like the malt liquor by Pabst Brewing Company? Jesus. And I thought he was an OE40 type of guy. Or does he actually do? Does he like OE40s? Mickey, you would have guessed. Yeah, we're thinking the same thing, Built to Spill. Like, I would have guessed OE40, you know, like, what's that guy that raps really fast? My chain. What's that guy called again? And he always talks about old English 40s. Like, that's the type of alcohol you drink, like, when you have no money.
One changes from that. Once you're a predator, you're a fucking predator. It's innate.
We're going out today, baby girl.
But do I think someone could be bodega, realize they're fucking crazy, and then be like, I want to leave? Like Anna Nicole, everyone's like, she's fucking that, and I was like, just chill. She's not a bodega anymore. And I let her in the chat. Did I know the bitch was still crazy? No. Oh. And I let anyone in my chat too. You guys are the ones, not you, Fresh Garbage. You let everyone in your chat. Hussy don't want anybody in his chat. Belinda, you
I said anybody that's in the
Oh,
bodega.
not Wu-Tang. He represents like the West Coast. He raps really fast. Let me look it up. Fast rapper from California. It will come up. He always talks about old English 40 ounces. Jesus Christ. George Waski is the fast rapper from California. Jesus Christ. What are you doing, YouTube? What are you doing, Chrome? What are you doing, Internet? I should put then old school, but like, I don't even know who the hell this guy is. George Watsky. Who the hell is George? You could have told me Tech 9 and it would be a better answer. And it's not Tech 9. It's somebody else. He's chubby guy. It's not Mac Dre. He's a chubby guy and he runs like that. I'm gonna still look it up. E40, yes, E40, yes, thank you. It is E40.
Because I'm in the middle of a lawsuit. I think that makes very much sense. If it doesn't to you, get your head checked, bitch.
She wouldn't let bodega in chat. I have bodega in my chat. I got FFG people, Yaba
Got
people. I don't
bodega in your
care.
chat? Oh, but you understand why I don't want bodega.
No, yes. God, please. I
Okay,
understand.
You understand. Okay.
I'm just
So
I'm so
shut the
fucking
hell up.
irritated.
I know you want me
With your
canceled,
shit.
girl.
With your shit. No.
You want me
Dude,
canceled so bad. Here we go.
You
What?
cannot just realize that people can kind of change and learn and grow. You
Not
are
from
just
being
like,
a predator.
oh my fucking God.
Predators never change. They're always on some weird
But
shit.
you think everyone's a fucking predator? Like,
I don't think you're a
everything.
predator.
Good job, Sweet and
I'm
Spicy.
sure it's going to come out sometime.
Wow. You got some secret?
Monty, do you know Hussy has a crush on you? You better have a crush on me if I'm doing all this work. Who these booty? What are you talking about? What the hell? All right, so Fresh Garbage wants Kate's daughter to have to understand that people have a propensity for change. Funny how if everybody thought that, I don't think there will be any fights happening. But like the machine, the fight's gonna keep happening, right? Right.
No, I
You
don't.
spill the tea?
But
Okay, then.
You have this thing where like everyone has done something. You think Hussy's a predator because he
I
got
have this thing where everyone is.
bombed from someone else.
No, I
Like,
don't.
that's how you function.
Hussy, hear what she just said, that I think you're a predator because you got porn bombed. When have I ever said you're a predator? Find it, fresh
She
garbage.
said RP, and then she said, I don't think so. It's all right. I'm over it.
I never once said that you were a predator. I never said that you did RP. Not once. And fresh garbage is making up all kinds of
Okay, and that's what I said, Hecate. So why are you all over fucking Twitter saying that I lied? Yes, whatever. That's exactly what happened. She started dragging me. This stream ended 5 in the morning.
Oh,
At 9 in the morning, she was dragging me. Correct. I don't understand. I don't know what kind of sugar booger she's doing, but honey.
the shit. When did I say
Oh my
Hussy was a
God.
predator?
Sometimes I just want to laugh at this whole thing because if you take it too seriously, I don't know what to say to you. Because there's a lot of serious aspects to this because people are doing behind the scenes a lot of fuck shit because like taking somebody to court is very serious. And I mean, I am one to think for this type of activity to stop. I just believe that people need to know, understand you can't just defame people because you should be taken to court. And I think if people were being taken to court, then a lot of this stuff would stop. Because shit, you know what? My whole stance on the whole copyright claims board thing is, Yato, you need to go to the 6, meet you, Monty. You know who was supposed to go to the 6 and said he actually was here, but I'm not really sure if that's even true. Yo mama. Because like I told him I was literally gonna drive to downtown Toronto, and then all of a sudden he was gone. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. Like I was gonna hop in my car literally on my way there and nothing. Like, why? Why? Anyways, let's see if we can get anything else out of this.
You guys, honestly.
That's right, No Name. And Capone. And Eggy. And the Eggy be dragging the shit out Jessica, and they still sit in the chat.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I called the dog retarded. I did.
Wow, animal abuser. Animal abuser.
I know.
You shouldn't say that.
It seems like Hecate is just ready to label people. That's what she's doing. Say something that she thinks is sus, she's going to find a label. That's it.
Yeah, they're going to start saying that.
Dogs are dumb.
Yato really likes me. He's just shy. Where is this dude in California? Is he in the Bay Area or what?
Thanks.
How is it that we've been on for 3 hours and 16 minutes?
Don't ever talk bad about animals around here. They'll fucking kill you.
Oh, I know. It's fine.
They're insane.
I'm just, dude.
It's okay. You a hater. You're a hater. It's fine.
I'm not a hater.
Yeah, you be
I
hating
just
on me.
think you're being a fucking.
I would like Monty, JP, Yato, and your mama to have a freak off. What kind of freak off? What, ever since the whole Diddy situation, a freak off means a whole, well, it kind of got a little bit serious because people would use that word more jokingly and in jest, but saying freak off these days, especially with the whole Diddy case situation yesterday, it really means something way more serious.
Dick over this whole thing.
Why did you call Nikki T a cunt? Why did you just cuss out Nikki T?
Oh, Nikki T is a cunt.
Wow. I really think that you should just not be like that and just be nice because she's being nice to you. And let's all get along. It's girl world.
Nikki T's a cunt.
There you go.
Somebody call me a cunt. I would love it if somebody would call me.
You're a fucking cunt too, Hussy. You're the biggest cunt I ever seen in my goddamn life. You're a cunt with a wig.
Yo, was Chino like a really good area? Because when I think of Chino, I think of Chino XL. Because, I'm like a Tupac fan, and Chino XL was having all that beef with Pac. Like, how is Chino? Is it really nice? Is it cool or what?
So why you delete all your shit?
I would think Chino Hills would be a really cool place, right? Especially any place that has like hills in it. Sounds kind of really affluent.
Hey,
Oh, I'll tell you.
Is there a
what.
bottom and a power bottom? There are such things. There is a bottom. There is power bottom. There's also a thing called top in from the bottom, because you can actually do that.
Private. I didn't delete all my shit.
You do private
I
it?
privated it, and it was like 10 videos.
Wow, hillbilly, really?
It's a true
Belinda,
word.
you know you lie. Please, please.
Belinda was in the chat.
That's garbage. Your PFP, it makes me very uncomfortable. I don't know why. Not in a predatory way. I don't know.
Why Hecate?
It's just scary.
Just an egg in a wall.
Somewhat evil.
Why would her PFP make her uncomfortable unless you have some sort of like sensory and social problem? Because this right here, I remember this. I'm like thinking, okay, it kind of gives me an idea of what to expect and a better understanding, because I can kind of get why it looks a bit off, but it's literally Humpty Dumpty. But that tells me everything. Sensory and social problem, check.
No, it's not just an egg on a wall.
Yeah, it's a Humpty Dumpty.
An egg on a wall would just be an egg on a wall. That is something else.
So Chino is a prison town. We had a nicer house there, but moved to Pomona. Okay.
Yeah, it's Humpty Dumpty on a wall.
And you delivered it, Belinda, with you in the goddamn
Let
box.
me look this up, Chino.
Yeah. Both Nikki ordered cunt off Amazon.
You're welcome up here, anyone. Hold on.
Who's coming up here? Not that old.
Yeah, someone come up.
No, I'm just.
It's gonna be fucking Bedell. Watch.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be Bedell. It ain't like she's going anywhere.
It's gonna be fucking Bedell.
It ain't like she got a life.
Where's Potato? Potato didn't come up.
Hey,
No,
Potato,
Melly.
She's
you
in
in here?
the
You want to
chat.
talk? Oh yeah, Potato. How you doing?
No, you really are looking. You really are looking for some.
You're not gonna get any money, hussy.
Yeah, he's gonna. He's gonna
Hey, you want entertainment? You want to talk to somebody? Come on out.
I said no. Potato be sleepy.
Okay, sweetie.
Yeah, I haven't actually talked to her today.
Oh shit.
Tasha said it's boring now. Someone fight. Well, hussy, fuck you. Fresh garbage, fuck
I
you too.
told you I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight. And
So
I
anyway, so can you stop now with the acting like the biggest victim? And actually, I don't know why. Belinda wasn't even that mad. I said you swatted her. You're more mad than she was.
Belinda already apologized to you about the Black Tragic. Belinda was willing to talk to you.
Why is that so upsetting? Ooh, Black Tragic. Oh my god. All right, so wait. So you're saying at least Hussy doesn't mind, yeah. And he does get money. I mean, like, somebody's willing to pay this man what, like 2,000 or 3,000? I'm like, damn, okay. Can someone please list exactly who's in the bodega so I never have to ask again? How about we put you in the bodega, Eggy Toast? I kind of like how you be pressing people on the internet. I really like that. And then you come with a lot of facts. Maybe we'll induct you into the bodega.
Gigi was willing to talk to you. I don't think people wanted to go far. Gigi. Remember when he was on my panel? You stayed in the chat.
Yeah, I said fuck
Like,
y'all.
we
Because
didn't-
you
we
let,
didn't want-
I don't want fake ass people who let someone like Alex drag the shit out the whole time and be like, come on, come on. Y'all just wanted to gang up on me and make me change my mind about shit. That's all.
You think you're really
Five people on Panna and Samaz up there. Hey, she yelled at me.
we
All
don't
the Powerpuff Girls and some Pokemons too. You know what? I used to watch the Powerpuff Girls. No lie. I remember when I was like 12. It was like this whole thing to not tell everybody I used to watch Sailor Moon, but I did. Not that, I wanted to be Sailor Moon or anything. I just really like Moonlight Knight, Tuxedo Mask, Prince Darien, and the whole hey, I'm 12, okay, what the hell do you expect? I'm not going to lie about it. I watched freaking Sailor Moon and Powerpuff Girls.
You don't want it to go this route. We didn't want it to go.
No.
I don't want it to. No, I don't. No,
Oh, doesn't matter. It's the internet.
I'm gonna go back and sub to your channel. I don't know, but I will.
Oh, you're so petty.
This is your word.
Unsubscribe, downvote.
Yup, I went in.
Like all my videos. Downvote, downvote.
I didn't unfollow you.
Whore.
Craig knows what I'm talking about. In the name of the mood, I will punish you. Yes.
You from Twitter.
You didn't die, but did you die, Samar?
No, I'm a.
Linda's spotting you right now. I'm screenshotting that shit. Don't you fucking complain about that again. Bing bong.
Hooker's channel.
Oh, look, she just admitted that she's swatting you right now.
Please
On that door knock.
stop with the whole
All right,
bing
I'm
bong thing.
back.
Like, how many times have I said like the whole bing bong thing is like racist? Because you know what it rhymes with, right? Like people in school would be like bing bong, and then they would go ching, and then the other word. Like people not understand that.
To that whole go. I ain't that man. I just
Yeah, because
And to literally use bing bong from a guy who's clearly racist and then says he's not racist when clearly he has a so-called quote monkey that is really a gorilla that he named after me, but yet he denies it to this day that he named an ape after me, and then puts up with this, I had it from childhood. So what, you have a childhood primate that's called Montgomery, and for some strange reason I'm also called that.
you literally didn't even hear what I said.
no, I did what?
No, you didn't
No,
hear
but, like,
me.
We really
Oh, God.
do not know what the fuck you want from all of this. Everyone's been asking the same
I want people to stop
What
revenge porning
do you
people. I
want?
want people to stop trying to get nudes from women. I want people to stop dismissing victims. I want some people to stop. There you go.
Well, I think
Okay.
we want that too.
All right,
think-
so she wants people to stop getting news from women, yet in a field where dudes get news from women. Because if you are a sex worker, like, doesn't your clientele wants to know what they're gonna get? Like, I don't get this. I don't think I ever will.
Everyone's
Really?
done that. Like, we're not doing
No.
that.
I
No,
don't want
Belinda
people
didn't.
to get hurt online.
Are we currently doing this?
Yep, Belinda did. She did.
I think Belinda is safe. Nobody wants her news. God damn! It'd be like that scene from Peter Pan. You know when Smee goes, "Me eyes, me eyes." Can you imagine? I think that's what happened with Belinda. That's why she was married 3 times in a year. Husband 1 and husband 2 was like, "Me eyes, me eyes, me eyes." Am I in bodega? Ooh, Eggy, you asking? You're not even flirting anymore. You're just asking all them real questions.
To
Here's
Solana.
the thing.
She owes her an apology.
I want predators
All right, let me
caught
take the
just
super
as
chat
much as
involved.
Yeah, this is what I like here. Like, let's be honest with you. Who would call themselves an sex worker and not be sending pictures to men? Of course, they're gonna want pictures like this. If you want to maintain your client base, it's just something you have to do. Like, why dodge it? Why deny this shit? Like, I don't get why people do this. Don't dodge or deny. Yeah, you're doing it.
it does.
They're
Am I
fucking in this community. Why are you guys talking like I'm talking about niggas that are in Africa? Or
gonna do videos on it?
Take
No.
it off.
Does that mean I don't give a shit or care any less? No. There are a lot
You
of
did say you are like fucking,
animal
and that's
I
fine.
care about
I
animal-
did not ask
Sponsored.
all creators to cover this
Wow,
stuff.
shit.
I never asked creators to cover it. I said if you're going to,
What? Monty's dating a woman. Is that so shocking, Eggy? I thought, this is why I'm not even gonna marry you anymore, Eggy, because you say shit like this. Obviously, you are my beard, and I need you to cover for me. We had this understanding because obviously I am not putting out to you no shit. And you know this. You're a smart woman. You know what I'm really into. So, like, why are you saying it like that on the internet?
for myself.
No,
I'm
yes,
very
I
much
did.
into animals and animal cruelty. How many times have I done a video on that? Never. Does that mean that I don't?
Oh, see, that was God right there. Stop talking.
Followed a piece of dust. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
Yeah, exactly, because you're a bitch, Belinda. You owe her an apology.
you got.
She had every reason to be upset.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, you know what? Oh, I know. You're gonna agree with Belinda. Look at her ass.
You know, Belinda's
No, I just
working
don't.
for-
I don't think.
Okay, tell me what happened with Savannah. Tell me that situation, because you're about to say, you said no, but I bet you don't know jack shit.
Yo, yeah, whatever happened to Sylvana G? All of a sudden, Sylvana ain't around anymore with the whole hillbilly situation. And why isn't Belinda coming back and snapping back some more? I want to watch that. I want to see what's up.
What happened with Savannah's situation?
Sylvana was flirting with
Mhm.
Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Sent him a picture of her ass with
Mhm.
the thong on, so not naked.
Okay. Are you gonna?
And
So am I, Dark Salmon.
And then what?
he posted it.
So he revenge porned her. Yes, correct. And then Belinda exposed it. She did a stream against DC and Eggs, and she was supporting her friend Savannah, right? And then
Crazy how we're talking about this while her bestie was posting up cock pictures, not even blurred, not nothing, just straight, hard, non-flaccid cock pictures on the Twitters when you don't expect it. Because there is a side of Twitter where, you know, if you're in the algorithm, that's all you're gonna see. But if you are a granny and you just wanna rag on super morbidly obese foodie beauty, and then all of a sudden there's this like super hard, suspiciously brown penis in front of you, you're gonna be taken back. Why are we not talking about that? About that suspicious PP, suspiciously brown. Hey, I should change my name to that, like brown suspicious, suspiciously brown.
and she let DC in the chat, and Savannah sent her a message saying, I can't come, like, I don't support this. You basically, you know what he did to me, and I can't support being in the chat. And then she blocked Belinda. Belinda struck up a live stream, and instead of being like, you know what, Savannah just sent me a message, but she blocked me, and I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about it.
Right?
I'm gonna be,
And then say,
fucking canceled for this. I'm gonna
and
be
then
so fucking
say,
canceled
oh,
for this. I have
she didn't
seen
do that.
no, shush. I have seen that picture.
Anything but aggressive. Maybe I should put aggressively suspicious, suspiciously aggressive. Like, what makes it aggressive? I still don't know. Is it like when it's like super veiny? I mean, I guess if it's super veiny, it does kind of look aggressive. You know, like when you get angry and like your veins pop on your neck. I guess if a PP is like that, I mean, are we granny shaming now? No, we are not granny shaming over here. Buddha RP'd someone and Hegede said it wouldn't be taken out. Oh, of course you would say something like that. It's always when it's your bestie, your friend, people you hang out with, and nothing going on here. They could do no wrong, even though they are doing wrong. And they're doing the same shit that other people you're accusing is also doing. But yes.
Which you weren't supposed
sorry.
to see. Which you weren't supposed to see. Yeah, what's your point?
It was not revenge porn. It was
Yes.
like
Oh my fucking
it
God.
was like it was like
it was her ass in a thong.
You could not tell what exactly you were looking at.
That doesn't matter. She
So wait a second. So Sylvana G's what got a flat ass? Like, how can you not know what you're looking at if somebody's, you know, ass is in a thong? Like, I'm gonna recognize it. The only way I'm not gonna recognize it if it looks really weird. Eggy, don't say that about Jan. That's rude. So you're saying you're retired your vajayjay some time ago? You've been trying to put that little powdery vajayjay on me for like the longest time. It's been like 2 years. Every single time I'm in my California king bed, some suspicious granny, some aggressively suspicious granny tries to come in my bed and put her little pum pum powder on me. It's not even juice anymore. You don't squirt juice. You have like pum pum powder. Speaking of powder, I used to like mix like Ovaltine, like powdered Ovaltine, and drink it. I used to love Ovaltine. There was something else like the milk powder, and you put in some like condensed milk in it and drink it up. Well, you have pum pum powder. You don't even have juice anymore, Eggy. How about I tell them that address it now, Eggy Toast?
Knows what she sent him, and it was
Okay.
supposed to be between the
No
two
one
of them.
else did.
Just so it doesn't. So that doesn't. So you have to just know what you're looking for.
Salon
Oh
is
my
fucking
God.
weird. Salon is fucking weird, and that whole thing was fucking weird.
See, this is why you're so upset I'm talking about stuff, because you're just a fucking bitch. I mean, really.
I'm not.
And that, yes, you are. You are a fucking bitch. So because people didn't know what you were looking at. I don't know why you're speaking for everyone, but because they didn't know, then she shouldn't have a problem with it. That she gave intimate images to someone and they posted it, and it is
Congrats to you, Bill to Spill. Awesome.
art, and it is revenge porn. It's revenge porn. It's not shitty. It's revenge porn. Dude, what?
Hold on, guys.
Dude, what? This is what I'm talking about, and this is why I'm not gonna stop talking about things, because bitches like you walk around saying that shit. Oh, you couldn't even tell what it was. This is why I get irritated.
It was.
If potato came, no, it wasn't shitty. It was revenge porn. It was a crime.
That was not.
I thought you said,
Yes.
get away from me with your good knees. Ain't nothing wrong with bad knees. Just put a pillow underneath. Right there, Eggy. You're just a bitter old dear with no grandchildren. Oh my God, Eggy. Cry me a river. But once again, with Eggy, it's not even a river. It's like powder. Listen, Eggy. What's like a really nice like river in Scotland that we can go to? Because in London there's the Thames, right? It is the Thames. Yeah, but how about in Scotland? Like, what am I looking at in Scotland? What do we have there? Oh, we do have something. The Forth. Well, shit, nothing's coming forth between Eggitoses. You know what?
It was. You don't have to be having sex for it to be revenge porn. You don't have to be completely naked for it to be revenge porn.
I mean, that is true. Like, you don't gotta be completely naked for it to be RP, because the whole fundamental is that you're trying to embarrass somebody, right? And you're posting images without this person's consent. The exact same thing that Booty Bitch was doing. They try and get people to attack me. But yes, let's just never talk about that ever again.
Taking pictures of like yourself in a dress and sending them to that, and then someone else sharing it.
Oh, do I? Right.
The Bridget thing. She was fully clothed in a dress. That
Loch
was
Ness.
revenge.
So you didn't watch the video where Tragic was telling GP that he sent him her touching herself on video? You didn't see that? And then he goes, "You're in the same boat." And I didn't know what that meant, but what it meant was that Tragic also sent videos. So she can talk to whoever she wants. She wants to talk to two dudes and send her, but see, that's fine. They're not supposed to share it with each other or other places. And these bitches like to slut shame and minimize victimization because, oh, well, she liked Negs and she was sending it to Negs. She's being a slut. She could be a fucking slut if she wants. You're not supposed to revenge porn someone. And that's why I talk about it, because y'all don't, what the fuck are you guys talking about? In girl world, imagine. The biggest fucking women haters on the internet are right here in girl world. It's crazy.
I could tell you realize girl world consists of more than just Belinda? Do you know this situation is known all across girl world? But you are fucking hyper focused on Belinda, which makes it very weird.
Most British towns have a river running through them. That is very true. That's how we would settle hundreds of years ago. It would be settling next to a body of water, whether that's a river, some sort of pond, or a lake. Human beings generally, that's what we would do. So typically, if your area has been existing for a time, then yeah, it's gonna have a body of water there, because we need clean, fresh water, and that's how we used to settle. So There you go. You just thought Scotland was different. England was very wet in winter and summer when it was there, right? Like I seriously still need to go to Scotland. I was supposed to go to Edinburgh or Glasgow would be nice. Hopefully, I don't get a Glasgow smile with my ring on. You remember my ring thing from like one of the first times earlier this year? I went to Montreal and I was talking about how I have this ring, and either they're gonna congratulate me or give me a Glasgow smile. I don't. Oh, they're gonna give me a. Is that the one where they stick it up your ass? Because the smile, right, is when they put it in your mouth and they slit the cheeks, right? The kiss, is that where it goes up the ass? And whenever and they gotta stitch your arse hole. Oh, a Glasgow kiss is the headbutt. What's the one where they push it up your booty hole? I know I'm way too erotic for you, Eggy. You're talking about what? So a Glasgow kiss is a colloquial term for a headbutt, specifically one targeting the forehead or face. So when's it when they put it up your booty hole? I don't know. You were supposed to go to the Edinburgh for University of Edinburgh graduation today, but there were limited tickets. Okay. Someone told him this, Eggy, in a Reddit forum. No, a literal person from like Glasgow literally told me that this is what they do. They're like, so that when you have to take a number 2 in the washroom, you remember the moment with regret that you ever mess with a Scottish man or woman. That's why they give it to you, especially with the butterfly, the butterfly, boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, I know. I googled the Glasgow kisses the headbutt, but I thought it was when they put in your booty hole and kind of like you gotta get stitches there. R/things men look up to freak out eggs. And you know what? All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I curse you, Succulent, for messing up my stream, for privating your videos. That is a hillbilly Melinda move, Succulent. You know what? We're gonna have Eggy Toast on panel. Eggy, when are you gonna come on panel? And you better not give me away. You are still my beard. There's only a few people watching this, so the rest of the people won't know what I'm like really, doing or how down low I am. Bali says, endoscopy, they put something like a camera up your butt. My husband had this 3 days ago. He told me about it. Did he like it? I mean, actually, at my age, I have to do that. But then when I asked my uncle, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. There's actually a blood test for that. Because they say after 40, 40 and after, all men should get you need to get that done, because colon cancer is like a really big thing. You really need to get that area off checked out. And some guys are scared. Some guys, they will ejaculate if a practitioner of medicine is checking them out. You ever heard their stories of guys like come in and they feel like super weird, or they get to violence because a guy pushing his fingers up their ass made them come? I'm like, bro, your G-spot's there. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Yato does that shit all the time. Hey, Succulent Egg, I'm out of here, people. It has been lovely. Yeah, it feels good. Anyways, it's been nice, people. I'm gonna see you guys later. Take care, Bally, Eggy, Fish, Built to Spill, Soil, and everybody else. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I will for sure, 100%. Empress Speeded. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys later. Peace.